Hello, this is SPUFalcons.com with men's basketball coach Ryan Looney. Coach, your team started practice last week. How have things gone so far?
We think they've gone pretty well. We've been extremely excited about the effort that our guys have had. It's been consistent up to this point, and we thought that that was a big area where we needed to grow, and so far so good.
Your team advanced to the regional championship last year and were knocked off by the eventual national champion, Western Washington. Is that something that you think will give your team motivation to advance even further next year?
I hope so. It's something that we've talked a lot about. We think that we need to be consistent throughout the whole entire year to hopefully give ourselves a better chance to advance in the postseason. I think with Western Washington winning it all, with the returning players that we have in our program, I think it's helped them realize maybe how close we actually are.
Your team is listed as the preseason favorite in the coaches' poll. Your thoughts on that? Do you think that's a fair assessment?
Boy, I have no idea. I think there's a lot of teams in our league that are going to be really, really good. And I think the one thing we've said to our guys is regardless of how those things play out right now, it doesn't really matter. It only matters where you're at the end of the year.
You start the season this week at Idaho, another Division I opponent. Your thoughts on another real challenge for you in the exhibition season?
Well, we're thankful to Idaho to give us an opportunity to play. They're going to be extremely good, extremely athletic, extremely well coached. Definitely a day, win or lose, that will help prepare us for days later in the year.
Along with that difficult exhibition game, what are your thoughts on this year's schedule?
I think it's good. Half the games are at home, half are on the road. I think we have balance in regards to that. I think we're getting a chance to play against some teams in both the CCAA and the Pac West that have had success in the past. Hopefully teams that will be similar to what we would maybe see later down the line in postseason play. I think we're looking forward to Thanksgiving with the matchup against Chico State. I thought they were a very good team last year and have a ton of returning players. So early in the year, that's one day we're going to be able to kind of see probably exactly where we're at.
What would be the strength of this year's Falcons?
Experience. In my time coaching, I think the more experienced guys we've had on the roster has dictated more and more success. So we're excited to have the group of people that we do have back and hope that we can get our newcomers mixed in quickly.
You have a couple all-conference players returning in David Downs and Andy Poling. Just talk about what you expect from them this season.
I think we expect some of the same things we did a year ago. I think both are a little bit more mature now and know exactly what's expected of them day in and day out. And I think both of them are also excited too about some of the other pieces that we've added because I think we've put a lot of nice players around them too.
Why don't you talk about some of those newcomers? Which ones do you expect to make an impact this year?
Well, I think Patrick Simon from Washington State University has a chance to be a special player, along with Sean Reed from Montana State University. And then we're also excited about the freshmen that we added as well, Brendan Carroll from Australia and Mitch Penner from Kennedy High School here in Seattle, and then Will Parker from Skyline in Sammamish. I think all of them have a chance to develop into nice players. We'll just see when that exactly is.
What do you have a goal for this year's team, or what do you think this team is capable of doing?
I don't think we know exactly yet. I think right now our goals have been to make sure that we can play hard, we can play unselfishly, and that team chemistry continues to improve. And I think we've come a long way in those areas.
Your team has the longest active streak of NCAA postseason appearances consecutively. Is that a point of pride for you, and you think this team is the kind that should extend that?
We talk a lot about it in recruiting. A success dictates the type of experience that you're having, and a lot of times winning makes the experience that much better. We're proud that the program's been in that many consecutive tournaments. I think it's something that we plan to continue. But we also know how much hard work has to be put in to make that happen too.
Last year, again, you advanced to the regional final, but you had to play at Western Washington. The top seed in the region gets to host. How important is that for your team to get that top seed this year?
Extremely important. I think at the end of the year, We had some guys that said that they're glad we got to play 3 games in the national tournament. They thought that they realized how hard you have to play to move on. And I think the message that I've sent as the coach is it's not necessarily about how hard you have to play in those games in the national tournament. It's about how hard you have to play all year to be able to play it in your own gym.
Great. Thank you very much.